Hi everyone, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Hope you guys are keeping well. I've got quite a few videos coming up. So the first one today is going to be the HiFiMan RE-600s and versus the RE-400c. A lot of differences between these two, so I'm going to talk about them, talk about their sound like, quality, and let's check what you get in the box, and more importantly, obviously, what they sound like. Let's go for it. So first, I'm just going to show you what you get in each of these different boxes. This is the 400c, comes packaged in here, and inside that, so I've opened it all up, and that was the fastest unboxing where everything just blew all over the place. But I don't mind that. So it comes obviously in a plastic, and you get all plastic stuff there. You get some more cardboard and everything like so. You get instructions here, are all sort of Chinese, but what you will see here, if you bring that up close, is they're 32 ohm, 102 dB, and 15 to 22 in the frequency range. And more importantly, really, is what extras do you get? Well, you get an extra, turn that around, some buds, and a cable tied filter there, but you don't get much, to be honest. Right, so let's take a look at the headphones themselves. You can see they have a right marking here, and they show you the left here as well. They're a very simple design, very compact, very small. When they're in your ears, hardly anything sticks out. You know, and for comfort, because they're quite light, very, very nice. They have an inline remote here, so plus, minus, pause, skip tracks, answer calls, that sort of stuff. But what makes these different is the fact that this is a USB-C, and I'll talk about this USB-C. So unfortunately, if you have a device like a Google Pixel 4, it doesn't work because that's digital only. If you have a device, if I just grab, if you take, this is the Huawei P30 Pro, but if you connect these into here like so, you have no trouble at all. It even recognizes them, and it says Type-C analog. You always get that message coming up about using digital, but it does mean once you plug these in, that with this you can then go into the settings here, more sound settings, where are we? Yep, so you can go to Dolby Atmos. You can, because it's connected, and you can change all the different options you've got on here for that, and again, that's quite handy. So this is an analog USB-C, which is a shame, because in terms of sound quality, I actually like how they sound through the P30 Pro. Now, just putting those to one side for a minute, I'm just going to grab the box for the RE-600s. So this is the RE-600s. These cost quite a bit more. Again, I have opened these as well. You do get a pouch there, and I'll just take this out very quickly. So in the box, you get this incredible presentation. I mean, it's just so impressive. So obviously the earphones are in there, and if you lift them up, that's there. Very straightforward. On this side, wow, you just get a whole range of different tips, spin fits, and again, if you lift this up like so, that just comes out, and again, it's all really, really neat. And is there anything? And in the middle here, you have a cable tie for when you're want to wrap them nicely and neatly. You do also have this case here, and you have some additional tips as well. I mean, you know, in terms of, and some spare filters, it's just incredible. You know, how this is packaged, all the options you get. That is really, really nice. And actually, if we take a look at the earphones themselves, so this is how they come. There is no inline remote. These are just audio only. These things are tiny. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's absolutely really, really small. And these, when they're in your ears, they just go in. There's hardly anything sticking out. So very, very discreet. And I do like that. They're also so light. They are wired. But if we compare it very quickly to the RE-400s, you can see that in terms of size, the RE-400s, when they're a bit closer, are just a bigger looking body. So we can get that comparison. They may not look much, but the difference is actually quite significant. So in terms of how do they sound, in terms of the sort of frequency response, these are also 15 hertz to 22 kilohertz. These are the RE-600s. These are version 2s, by the way, if you hadn't realised. These are 16 ohms, whereas this is 32. And as I said, they are relatively easy to drive, but because the sensitivity is only 102, I would recommend having some extra amplification if you've got a USB-C, something like the iBasso DC, what's it, DO, I can't remember, it's DC02 would be quite good, or even something like the hip DAC for some extra control, especially if you want more bass. So what I found with these is they're very neutral, flat sounding headphones. These aren't the sort of headphones I'd rush out and buy normally, but what I found is for quite long listening periods, you don't get fatigue because it's just so neutral, and that's quite nice. In terms of genres, I found that they're more suited to classical. In fact, I found classical very enjoyable through these. They're not totally my cup of tea because they are so flat, and I'd want to EQ them slightly if I'm being honest. But everyone likes, you know, very V-shaped or headphones that accentuate certain parts of the sound spectrum. I think this would be very good for rock because the bass is very tight. It's not a flabby, loose-sounding bass. It's very tight. They're very fast, and that neutrality is something that is particularly good. Soundstage is okay. It's not massively wide. They're not bright headphones either. But again, you know, they do need some extra power to actually make that difference. How do they compare then to the alternatives if you've got the the 400, the RE-400s? Well, obviously these do come in 3.5 terminations as well. These are more of a they are sort of neutral again, but they are quite, I think they're a bit more friendly sounding. I found there was slightly more bass, the treble was a bit brighter on these. So they're actually more of a funner headphone to use. If I had to be honest, I found that despite the 600s not being, say, my normal sort of cup of tea when it comes to in-ear headphones, I've actually began to use these more and more because they are so neutral. You can actually just wear these for longer, and also the comfort. I can't stress, these are so light, they snug fit, nice into the ear, fairly leaving hardly anything sticking out. So they're so discreet. Both of them are very, very discreet. But I think with the RE-400cs in particular, the disappointing thing is that this is only analog, so you do have to make sure that whatever you connect into can support USB-C over analog. There are quite a few devices I tried that were digital only, and that's mainly because I have some top-end phones, but I know there are a number of analog USB-C options out there. I just don't have them all. The only one I could test it with was my Huawei P30 Pro. Anyway, this is Gavin from Gavin's Gadgets. Got any questions, let me know. I'll answer them below. Catch you guys soon. Bye for now.